safety, even if they don't win here this afternoon. But they will be really keen, won't they, in front of their home supporters, bank holiday crowd in as well, to get over the line here.
Absolutely, and I mean, Rob Smith has talked about the shame and the frustration that it's not also...
We're all set. The referee blows his whistle, and away we go. Nuneaton start the match, and it comes out to Ben O'Hanlon, who has an early touch. He's a familiar face on these parts, of course, played for Telford here. So, Telford have a throw-in at halfway inside the Nuneaton half, and it's Samuels who takes it, throws it into Marsden, just out on this right-hand touchline. Marsden into Ray, back to Marsden. Good football from Telford. Marsden with the cross. Gagan is there, but only half clears the ball, and it drops back to Ray, and it's nearly gone in. Remarkable, just a deflection in the end. It can be a bit hit and miss. He decides to go short this time, actually, so he decides to take it into Marsden. Marsden's cross is intercepted by Ben O'Hanlon at the near post. That's poor from O'Hanlon. It's back to Marsden, into the penalty area now. Marsden looks to pick out Josh Wilson on the edge of the penalty area. Wilson back to Dielna now on this right-hand side. Dielna whips it in. O'Hanlon, who's been involved in the action heavily in his opening few seconds, he manages to get the ball away, and Hughes tries to convert the ball as it comes across. Hughes is actually claiming a corner. Telford think there was a handball in there. They're not going to get... It's a penalty, actually, they're claiming, and Telford, 3 or 4 white shirts surrounding the referee here. And that's exactly what he will do here. Ben Bailey wearing number 4, long throw in, flicks off a defender at the near post, and they just about managed to scramble it away. It was Kelvin Langmead who got the flick on, and it goes into the side netting. Wearing 4 Telford here, it will be a corner kick. Dielna has another opportunity here to whip it in, and it comes from Dielna. Marsden goes in at the near post, but can't control the header and play on this near side. We'll go through the two teams in a moment, but such a fast start to this game. Hard to draw a breath in these early stages as John Marsden has it. He goes into Hughes. Hughes now turns away, tries to break away from the Nuneaton defender, but can't do so. Good defending in the end. Telford shirt again. Jack Ray has it out on this right-hand side. Goes into Josh Wilson, hugging the right-hand touchline. Wilson wearing green boots, plays it inside to Fitzpatrick. Back into Wilson. Really good football this from Telford. Wilson tricking and turning in the penalty area. Can't get the ball out from under his feet. It goes back to Marsden. Back into Wilson. Now to Paul McCone. Still up from the corner, but McCone's touch lets him down. The ball rolls through to Tom Elliott, the midfielder. Higher as Dwayne Samuels drives forward with the ball. He's got acres of space on this right-hand side. Everything coming down the Telford right in these early stages. The ball goes into Wilson. Wilson turns. Now does it break to Hughes? Hughes, but the offside flag is up. It goes into the net. It won't count though. Lee Hughes, who could do with a goal. He's due a goal. There's no doubt about that one. And he managed to find the net there, but the flag had gone up well before. Manages to get there, and he then throws the ball out. Great presence of mind from him. He finds Jordan Nicholson in acres of space on that right-hand side, twisting and turning, cuts back onto his left-hand side, looks for Greg Mills at the back post, the former Telford man, but too much on the ball in from Jordan Nicholson. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that one during the season for Telford. The long throw-in finds its way to Mills, who started on the left-hand side. He comes back into Nicholson. Telford scramble the ball away. It's with Chambers now. Chambers finds Tom Elliott, and still Nuneaton have it on the edge of the box, and then a lovely cross comes shot from Jordan Nicholson that got just inside the Telford half. He comes out to O'Hanlon on the Nuneaton left-hand side. He comes back to Scott, and gradually, territorially, the visitors starting to exert the kind of pressure that we had expected, and then Nicholson has the opportunity to break through. He's only got Bailey for company. Ball across from Nicholson, looking for Mills. He squeezed it in. I don't know how Greg Mills has managed to squeeze that one in at the back post. It was a lovely ball across from Jordan Nicholson, first and foremost on the right-hand side. He thought it was too much of an angle for Greg Mills, the former Telford man, to score from there, but score he did. It was a great finish in off Callum Burton. Dielna throws it down the line. Ball breaks in the end to Marsden, just on the edge of the penalty area. Sat up nicely for Marsden. I'll say he was about 25 yards from goal to have some possession. It's back with Dwayne Samuels. Comes inside to Jack Ray. Now it's with Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick finds McCone. Telford have switched the play from right to left. It's with Wilson now. Wilson finds McCone. As Telford try to find some space in behind this Nuneaton back line, and then a complete miskick from Exodus Gagan, who made an absolute hash on BBC Radio Shropshire this afternoon. But Telford looking to change that with John Marsden. Marsden now finds Samuels out on this right-hand side. He's got O'Hanlon with him. The cross from Samuels comes off O'Hanlon. It's another corner.
The window after a few minutes. You just got to get back on it, and let's see how they do from this corner.
Yeah, another corner for Dielna to whip in. In it comes. Bailey tries to get his head on it, he can't do so. Fitzpatrick knocks it back in, it drops to Bailey. Still, Nuneaton haven't got this one away. Luca Haven now, both central defenders are up, but now Nuneaton on the break, coming away with the ball, and it's Kelly Evans. He's got Nicholson to his right-hand side. He finds Nicholson, who's been lively in these early stages. Nuneaton have turned defence into attack, and now the opportunity's there, but Callum Burton does well.
You know, also a lot of defensive mistakes we've seen so far. Langmead and Johagen have been a little lax in possession.
And Nuneaton attacking again here. They're all over Telford at the moment. Can Samuels get this one away? He does, just about. Haven now has it. He goes back to Samuels, who is everywhere for Telford. Samuels with the cross in. Does it find Hughes? Does it find Marsden? It's Marsden who takes the strike, but not enough power on it from John Marsden. Telford in this opening 36 minutes. Telford win the free kick. Fitzpatrick has it on the edge of the centre circle. Awful ball from Fitzpatrick. Gives the ball away to Nicholson, and Telford are in trouble here. Nicholson tries to skip past his man. Now Nicholson shoots, he scores, and that was dreadful. Really, really poor from Telford, giving the ball away needlessly in the middle of the park. And Telford are done on the counter-attack by Nicholson, who has been outstanding for Nuneaton in the opening 37 minutes of this game at Telford, causing all their own problems on that one, I'm afraid. It's Telford 0, Nuneaton 2.
Well, when you have three centre-backs, and who'll take this one? We've got Dielna and Wilson standing over.
Here's Wilson, he's going to take it. He hits it, it deflects, and it breaks to Bailey, and Bailey sticks it in the goal, and it's 2-1. Well, how simple was that? The ball just broke to Ben Bailey, didn't it? Off the initial free kick by Josh Wilson, Nuneaton didn't get the ball away, and it just sat up nicely for Bailey, probably 15 yards from goal. But we'll have some of that, and planted the ball past the goalkeeper, Tyrell Belford. Shirt of his as he prepares to hurl this one into the 6-yard box. Could get even better for Telford here as Bailey throws it in. O'Hanlon doesn't get there, and the ball's bobbling around, and still Nuneaton can't get the ball away. They didn't deal at all well with that long throw in from Ben Bailey, but they are now able to get the ball away, and why he scored as many goals as he has. The Peterborough loanee for the visitors, decent left foot on him as well. Telford though could pull it back to 2-2 here. They've got a Dielna free kick. In it comes. Wilson's there. It's gone in. Incredible. Telford back on terms. Not sure if anybody got anything on that at all, or whether it went straight in from the free kick. Who knows? But Telford don't care. Nuneaton asking questions. They're looking to the linesman. Nothing's been given here. And Telford, from 2-0 down, with 5 minutes of the first half remaining, somehow are back on terms.
Telford haven't quite been able to put in the net, and suddenly they get 2 in a row, and they do, and that draws them level right at half-time.
Well, that's half-time. Yep, they're a threat, aren't they, the visitors, as Telford get us back underway at the start of this second half. And Telford, by the way, have made a change at half-time. Paul McCone has gone off. Conor McCarthy has come progresses, but Paul McCone off. We'll ask Rob Smith at the end of the game whether that's a tactical move or whether that's an injury situation. Telford lose possession, by the way, on the edge of the penalty area. Not the best of starts here, and it's in. Awful from Telford. Greg Mills given so much space on the edge of the penalty area. Nobody closed him down at all, and Greg Mills having a field day here against his former club. He scored the first, now he scored the third, and Telford starting the second half dreadfully. It's Telford 2, Nuneaton 3.
Extraordinary. You thought that half-time was a chance to calm things down, but the pace has just started with the same way we finished. Lee Hughes shaking his head almost in disgust. How have they done that? Back
to 2-2 with 2 late goals in the first half. Within 60 seconds they're behind again, but here's McCarthy, tries to find Hughes, can't do so. Nuneaton clear there for advantage, currently standing at 3-2. It's really good from Mills, who's having a wonderful afternoon here. Mills, he's beaten the defender, he pulls it back, can't find Chambers, should have done. Poor from Mills, having done all the hard work. Down. Will he get there? Yes, he will. No options though, McCarthy drills it across goal, but there was absolutely nobody up there down the right. Samuels now gets past O'Hanlon, brilliant from Samuels. In it goes to McCarthy, finds the side netting. Really good again though, wasn't it, from Dwayne Samuels? Away, make a bit of a mess of it, to be honest, until they have it back in there. Left wing position. Hughes looks to get on the end of the cross from Dielna, can't do so. McCarthy's shot is charged down. Greg Mills. Here he is again. In fact, it's Chambers, isn't it, out on that left-hand side, tries to find Nicholson, but the ball comes across to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans, those slices. His shot should have done better. McCarthy finally brings the ball down, but then Platt wins the tackle, and Nuneaton are away on the counter. They've got Nicholson, they've got 3-on-2 here. Nuneaton, this is a wonderful situation for them. Good defending, though, by Jack Ray to hold him up, and then a silly challenge, a rash challenge. They're bringing the ball away with Mills, the irrepressible Mills, who's had one of those afternoons. He's tackled, but the ball breaks back to Nuneaton, and here comes Chambers into the penalty area. He's got Ben Bailey for company. Chambers holds the ball up, twisting, turning, can't win the corner. He can get something on that. He breaks to Marsden. Marsden's in a good position here, but Marsden couldn't get the ball across to McCarthy in space, and the opportunity for Telford is gone. And now it's back with Callum Burton as the game becomes increasingly stretched. Will be mathematically safe, but let's not forget that both of those two sides were taking a point at half-time. Dielna's deep corner, McCarthy heads it back across, and a wonderful chance for Bailey, I think it was, on the 6-yard line, who's got the ball on that left foot, cuts in from the right-hand side, looks to deliver. Leach try to shoot, no he won't, it's crowded out, and Nuneaton on the break. This is the problem for Telford. Nicholson brings the ball away, it's 2-on-2, wonderful opportunity here, finds Mills on the hat-trick. Mills takes a touch onto his left foot, tries to squeeze it in, and it's wide. Took a deflection. Telford again give the ball away needlessly. Some frustration from the supporters around us, but Marsden picks it up on the edge of the box. Marsden tries to go through. Hughes is appealing for a foul or a handball, was it? I'm not sure. Hughes is absolutely incandescent with the
4-2 or 5-2 down.
Yep, Nuneaton haven't been clinical enough when they've had the opportunities, and it is only 3-2 to the visitors as Conor McCarthy has it on the edge of the box, goes back to Joel Dielna. Oh, it's poor from Joel Dielna. Heads drop around us, and it's Nicholson who brings the ball away for Nuneaton. He's got 2 white shirts with him. He looks to go into the number 9 Chambers. He's played onside. No flag from the linesman. Extraordinary. Everybody waited for the flag, and it didn't come. And there was Nicholson to mop up and put the ball into the back of the net. Telford were looking for the flag as Chambers went through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and there was no flag. Telford's defenders come across to protest to the linesman on this near side, but unfortunately it's not going to change the outcome. Goalkeeper Callum Burton did well initially to hold up Chambers as he looked to go around him, but there was Nicholson on hand to put the loose ball into the back of the net, and it has been previously. Up comes Dielna, in it goes. Bailey tries to get something on it, can't do so, and it goes out for a goal kick on that far side. And Marsden now on the edge of the penalty area, twists and turns, hits his shot in, deflected at the near post, corner to Telford. Marsden himself will take it. We've played 2 minutes and 40 seconds of stoppage time. I think this will be the last meaningful action at the end of this game. That's how it looks as Marsden prepares to take the corner. In it comes and doesn't manage to beat the first man. It's cleared at the near post. In fact, it actually came off a Telford shirt, according to the referee Joe Hull, who was much closer, and I think we will see Joe Hull blow his whistle once this ball is cleared by the goalkeeper Tyrell Belford. Telford 2, Nuneaton 4 here. The penultimate home fixture of another disappointing season, it has to be said, for AFC Telford United. Joe Hull continues to play on for now, and it's an opportunity, is it? Yes, it is. It's an opportunity for Thomas, who's just come on, to break through, and he was pulled back, actually, rather cynically by the Telford man. And it will surely be a yellow card here for Joel Dielna, who committed the foul. We're hearing that Shrewsbury have finished in their game. I think that's a 1-0 defeat for them, so that's a disappointing afternoon for the Shrews as well down at Northampton as the race to avoid relegation from League One hots up. Not quite such a serious situation for Telford despite defeat here this afternoon, pretty much there. Well, but for a technicality really, you're talking about goal difference, aren't you now? That's all that can stand between Telford and safety, so pretty much there, but not quite, as Nuneaton tried to make it 5. Free kick taken by Chambers, held by Burton, and that is the final whistle from the referee. And Telford have gone down to home defeat here in their penultimate home game of the season.